What do you think is the social system of the United States? You know, it has to be capitalism. That's America, right? However, there is a little problem. The terms like capitalism, socialism, communism, they use it in so many meanings that they pretty much lose any meaning at all. Say there is a popular definition that capitalism is whatever we do, socialism is whatever Russians do, and communism is whatever probably Chinese do. And actually it kind of makes sense, because communism is supposed to be like heaven on earth, and in heaven you are also shot down straight to hell if you criticize the big guy. However, there is no much use of this definition. And when you have bad definition, as the Chinese one wise man Confucius said, if names be not correct, affairs cannot be carried on to success. So let's use a little more meaningful definitions of capitalism and socialism. For that, let's start from capitalism. And the model of capitalism is pretty straightforward. Meet Pilgrim Joe. He's a baker, and he bakes bread, and he has a dollar. Oh, at that time there was no dollar, so he has a thaler. And meet Pilgrim Fred, and Fred brews beer, and he also has a thaler. So Fred buys a loaf of bread from Joe and pays thaler. And Joe buys a bottle of beer from Fred and also pays thaler. So we have this very nice picture where everybody has bread, everybody has beer, and everybody has a thaler. That's capitalism. Socialism works a little differently. Here you see this guy in the white. That's our baker Joe. Joe is a great baker, so he can put twice less flour and get the same amount of bread, at least by volume. So, and everybody is happy buying it because it's diet version. So he brings a lot of economy and a lot of savings to the company, and for that he has the very nice certificate which he can put into a plastic frame and put on the wall. Meanwhile, Fred drinks vodka with the boss of his boss. So when boss of Joe and Fred retires or moves to another position in the company, Fred is the natural candidate for promotion. So that's socialism. Again, capitalism, socialism. Capitalism, socialism. The system where you decide what to do to survive, and the system where you are lied that you will survive as long as you do whatever you are told. Capitalism, socialism. Easy, right? So, some time ago, America was capitalistic. But there is no pilgrims anymore. Now everything is produced by companies. And there are big companies, there are small companies, there are medium companies. And let's look inside of one of these companies. It's American company, so for sure we will look inside and we will see what? Capitalism, right? Oops. Well, the picture is a little different. Now Fred drinks whiskey instead of vodka, but otherwise you've got my idea, my drift, right? So yeah, according to United States Department of Labor, more than half of Americans work in the companies with more than 50 employees. And for reference, on this picture there are only 4 employees. So yes, more than half of Americans live and work in socialism, and a lot of others outside of this have depend on them. And the result is that what we see now is not actually a crisis of capitalism. Capitalism became obsolete in the beginning of the 20th century. What we see is the crisis of socialism, which is becoming obsolete right now. That's the crisis of arrogant management that cannot handle the complexity of technology and industry it controls. And that's what we have here in the United States. I have to admit, we are still much better than Soviet Union was, because in the Soviet Union model, it was the state socialism. It was one huge company, and when this one huge company blows up, everything blows up. We instead have corporate socialism. So we can blow up piece by piece. Something in 2000, something in 2004, something in 2008. It's still a lot of pain, but it's much better than when everything blows up at the same time. But let's not make any mistake. That's still not a capitalism. Thank you.